The mic's muted because I'm an idiot. I got too excited. I was like, DAWNTRAIL, yay! Hi, welcome. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna kick ass. Gonna nerd out. We're gonna get real fucking nerdy because, like, let's be honest here. DAWNTRAIL. So, yeah. At the second I get one tech issue, everything seems to go to shit, and you're like, oh no! So, for some reason, YouTube wouldn't connect. And here we are. We're here. We're connected. We're good. So let's get my controller. I got my mouse too, in case we need it. Let's just go in for a second. Hello, Starfall, Elaine, Riku, Kevin. All right. So I busted out the white mage gear because we need it. And for those of you who are like, oh peeps, what about the healer strike? Bitch, we're healing. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. So first things first. Look how pretty things got overnight. Oh, she looks good. Not a whole lot of difference, I have to admit. I know some other races had a lot more. But, oh, yes, have fun, guys. Don't worry about me. I appreciate you guys stopping in because tonight's a big night. For those of you who are new, hi. First things first, I don't move very fast in many things, okay? So if you're like, peeps is going to out-level me. No, I won't. No, I won't. Okay? I wouldn't worry about that. I'm slow as shit. So, look how pretty everything is already. I'm going to go look at your muscles, Mr. Man. Even the water splash. Oh, if you're new, again, we just had a massive graphical update. So there's one thing I want to do before we go. I want to go see my favorite looking zone. And to no one's surprise, it's Ilmeg. I love a big Shadowbringers girl. And on top of that, too bad it wasn't in the sun. Oh, this is bullshit. It looks so good. Oh. This is the one thing I wanted to do before we start doing silly stuff in MSQ. I wanted to see Ilmeg. Look, like this thing was stunning. Period. Endpoint. OMG. I'm going to give a shout out to people on Twitter who are as thirsty as I am. You are the best. Sending me updated 4K shots of all the things. Yes. It's been great. All of your favorite NPCs got a nice little boost, and some of them got a boost. Look at the flowers. Look how they move. They move out of your way. That's bullshit. Look at the stained glass. There's something in every window. Huh. The textures on like this screams old. Of course, where's the wings? Look at the glass. So pretty. I mean, again, I was at a loss for words way back when. Okay? But this is gorgeous. Did I see the scary ERP set? Is it the one with the leather? Because, bitch, some people gonna be real fucking happy. Oh, we're gonna give it a second because sun's coming out. We're gonna wait. Like, there's some people that are gonna be very satisfied with that. So yeah, this is my beginning of my long weekend. It is Canada Day now, so happy Canada Day to the Canadians out there. I just dropped an AirPod. I'll be picking that up here in just a moment. It's a day of celebrating, kind of. Why did I drop? I'm gonna pick that AirPod up later. It's way the fuck down. I'm not getting on my hands and knees today. Ridiculous. This is... This is stupid. That is... It's so good it's stupid. So, I am impressed. Yeah, I've had a long weekend. I didn't do very much. I slept a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I slept more than I probably should have. I mowed my lawn for 3 hours. That was great. And we did some adventuring. Okay. I played Warcraft a lot this weekend while watching Drag Race, which I'm getting caught up on, okay? Fuck am I? Wait the fuck off, that's where I'm at. God knows where the hell I ended up. So I am excited. I've already seen some minor spoilers for DAWNTRAIL. Very, very, very minor. Some stuff I don't consider a spoiler. Picto, I was told that Picto is amazing and that I would love it. I was told that the quests, it was created for me, which I tend to agree. I also was told, okay, here's the list of spoilers I have. It's a real slog for the first half. A lot of people do not like the world building and kind of want action, 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 which people are mad at them. That Wuklamot is, in fact, a coming-of-age story, which I thought that was clear. Welcome back. We just had a word from Aaronville. Seems like he secured passage to Tural. Why don't you wait in the main hall? Ah! I like the world building, okay? And I, for one, am happy to not discuss the problems with war. I, for one, am pretty happy to not discuss how gods are interfering with our world. You know what I mean? It's kind of nice. I have an energy drink tonight. And I have some wine. Why? Because I'm off tomorrow. I think I want to bring the kids out and stuff tomorrow, just for a walking adventure. Ojika gave us the good news. We are ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Aaronville himself. The lighting on him looks much better. And she looks furrier. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion from the Gleaners Guild ship has granted us places across a vessel of 4 Tural. I try to do his accent. I can't. His accent's adorable. There will be other passengers, researchers, and artisans like, so we'll need to share the deck. That's fine. Just listen. That's fine. I am not going to unlock the new jobs. I will be doing the MSQ with my white mage. And the next thing I'm leveling up is Picto. I wouldn't call it for concern, but everyone's clear that we'll be going to do it all, yes? We've not forgotten. Ah! The nation of Tuliural is one in the midst of deciding its next ruler. I like this. This is a recap. As your chosen ally, we will assist you in the right succession to support our bid for become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alfino and I have another objective. As part of the reconstruction, Scarlamald seeks ways to re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tural, we hope to learn more about the myriad cultures and find common ground. We will pursue this goal in our own time, but you can rest assured we'll be of contest when it's due attention. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to come as you like. And you wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Cryo? As far as we could determine, the old missive I found, it had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Oddly enough, while there's no record of that investigation, in our archives, there's nothing explaining the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for both reasons, official and personal, I would like to get to the bottom of this mystery. The fur in her face is what improved the most for me. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with your papa. You can get answers right from the source. I'll look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one interested in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I'm part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Ah, still playing part stoic servant, I see. They're picking on each other and I love it. And what of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. We won't make you Dawn Servant by standing here and talking about it. Ah, a woman of action. Right then. If we're all committed to the journey, I say we make ready to depart. Is it punchy head time? Not yet, not yet. All right, here we go. Eager as the others, they've left for the arbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. I wonder if we picked up the same ship as Estinia. Turn down the AC. My husband came, he's like, you feel my hands? They're ice cold. Fucker's got the AC held back. Another French Ellison? Yes. You can see the stitching on her hat. It's so nice.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure. It's not new to us.
All aboard! We have passed it off!
Are you hearing this music? It's got a Metallica feel to it. I'm not joking. It do do do.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
Game sounds could be louder. Understood. We are lifting it right now.
Captain Ram did some 80 years
You can go by.
bound for the new world, known to
How's that? Was that a little? Turn it down just a little bit. That should be better. Still can't hear? That should be there. Hold on. How's that? Da, da. No game sound. Okay, I think I know the problem. How about now?
Smooth
Is this any
sailing so
better?
far.
Aye, so far so good.
Okay, yes. Too loud? I can turn it down a bit if that's what's better. How about that?
But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
Awesome. Okay, I see.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
It is a broadcasting issue, not you guys. Don't you worry. It's not on you. Did I just stand in front of this the whole time?
We left port what seems an age ago now, and
Okay,
we've
turn it
seen
down
naught
just
but open water ahead.
How's that?
I knew Tyrrell was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
I appreciate you guys letting me know, by the way. Very, very important.
Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
You guys remember I tell you that for Ellison names, they just kind of shove two French names together in a way that don't make sense? Like this person has a first name and a last name. Okay? Fonfontaine. Fontaines the names. I work as Eshtaim's aesthetic in Ulta. You see, my employment came to an end. That's why I visited Charlene and hope to start over. Attempted failing a new job to board this vessel, and another passenger suddenly opened up. I told him Dawn Servant welcomes all regardless of origin, so Tuli Yolang seems like the perfect place to begin a new. Okay, it's loud for me, so hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn it down on my side alone. They're not connected. Well, that's much better for me. It's gonna skip. That's fine. That's normal. Don't worry. Anyway, Fontaine. What's funny? Okay? Elizabeth names, they tend to mix first and last names or suffixes and prefixes. Here, Jean, G-E-A-N, is an incredibly common name. It's usually hyphenated, but it can be used on its own. And Fontaine, F-O-N-T-A-I-N-E, is extremely common for a last name. So Jean Fontaine is actually somebody I would expect to meet. Fontaine, no. Study French, so they all sound the same. They sound French, but mean nothing. Okay, let's go see. Bounce to the music. It's pretty good. It's really good. I see you in Eorzea. You're a famous hero. God, I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when it took great pains to maintain deceptions, but more of you Eorzeans coming to Tural become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have followed, and we head home to lick some wounds. He looks so good. My story? Well, since you asked, to retrace the historic journey of the Ketenaram, you know, the first Eorzean to set foot on Tural almost 8 years ago. 80. The Mamulja's leader is said to have welcomed Ketenaram with open arms and sent a bounty of silverware. The real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, corn. That's pretty much what happened IRL, guys. An adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Ulta. Specialty imports and exports, Eorzean and Turali both. It's your first time crossing the salt, as they say. Do you remember the social mores of Eorzea are not considered the same? Consider this, it's not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead of their name in certain clan. For the Mikote, the Etsaro, or Hrakar is Graal. Not because a member of given clan is of the same race, mind, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. Fair assumption in those cases, but take care not to give offense. Makes sense. Swarthy sailor. Did you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will at the next stops. Next Dawn Servant's tiny chair. There are 4 claimants. Your young Waklamat being one of them? But from what Mamulja Bloke was telling us, there's 3. The other 3 are all strong contenders. Alright, here you go. Okay. Did you learn anything? Yeah, here's what's going on. I haven't heard the clan names. We should have Waklamat and Arendelle teach us what we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly. Let's go in the cabin. I understand. 9 times out of 10, I would agree. A graphic update makes this look good. You are much too
We're
little
in
to
for a
drink.
proper storm, it seems. How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
That's okay, Worklamat. Oh, wow! That would be really cool stuff, huh?
Isn't that what seasickness is?
She's tough.
Erenville, you were born in Tyrol, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father. As for my mother...
Oh dear.
Only elders have watch! This wind's too strong to take in this. I'm falling off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should let...
Maybe not you, Worklamat.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Okay, I honestly think
The
this scene was
heaving
chosen
waves
just to show
tossed
off
our
the new
ship
graphics.
about like
This
a
looks
toy.
good.
Sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself. Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life she must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Aww.
Woklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
Oh, you're so mean, Erenville. So mean.
By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
Okay, okay, we're getting our foreshadowing a little bit on the nose, because he's literally telling you, hey, it's foreshadowing. Shit! I missed it. God, that was beautiful. Sorry, I forgot the button on the controller. That was a beautiful moment. I look good. Getting lost in the graphics. It's a booby. It's got blue feet.
morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
Fair. Listen, I don't do good well in boats. I won't lie to anybody.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
See?
Seabirds.
They're boobies.
Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Okay, good. He didn't go in the ocean.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd
yeah,
Tuliola's
oh yeah, definitely
coasts.
I will, but it was beautiful. I looked great. I'm not just saying that about me, like, it's just a beautiful moment with your character. They're taking in, while it was rough, but they're taking in the new...
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down.
I don't think she's gonna get it. Oh no!
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's...
Oh my god, this graphical update has me melting. My eyes look real. This scene seems familiar.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Oh, this is so good. Okay, okay, okay. Beautiful intro. We start at a huge city. me a second. I want to turn the auto wait.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is...
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulja sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out, or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Literally the king's daughter.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
We are.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tulihyolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
Oh.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
The Mamulja look fantastic.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
They look good. Everything looks good. This is stupid. Fucking... I know we got hours and stuff, and we complained about all
you
the
really
graphic
are a
updates,
figure of
but this
authority
is-
here.
He was right. It's that good.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first.
The Aetherite.
I bid you welcome to Tulihyolal.
Tulihyolal. She's having fun. I love it. Okay, give me a second before I fill that in. I want my mic. I want my sound in my ear. Pinch louder. You'll hear the sound skip for a second. It's normal. Don't worry. The music's really good, so I just want more of it. Okay, here's the skip. That's normal. Get one of these. Despite the storm's efforts to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. Oh. What? Does that not feel like a classic Final Fantasy game? Listen. While I'm in the solid ground of improvement, Wakalamat's mood, her stomach appears to be lagging behind. Right then. First things we must... Oh, I'm still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize, but just as we arrived, you should get familiar with the city before the rite of succession begins. Yeah, makes sense. No arguments? I should like to explore. Then I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Ah! You're wondering these strange folks here, so the third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers. What, Lamat? Are you unwell? Haha, big and tough. No, not at all. Couldn't be better. I do not get seasick. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I've recruited them to help me win the way to succession. I will show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially when they're company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance. But you are just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it. It's so much when you do. Please don't ever worry when you come to bother me. You are very kind. Good day to you, third promise. He did have a point. Waklamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. What do you mean, technically? I suggest we move in 2 groups. Just technically ignoring me then. Hit him! Or Chief, you and Kyle come with me. Fine, then I'll take the twins. Voyage is hard enough. Take it slow and recuperate. We have enough time for that. Enjoy your wanderings. With 2 Lalas, it looks like Waklamat is babysitting. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. That's not bad. It's the turning in quest that's really good. Right here. Now then, see, you're already here. I must take you to the harbor. Reach to our coast explains why you don't see many big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats and barges. Much to incoming traffic, Yoktura, the southern landmass, clans produce various goods and exports. Their wares are unloaded here to carted off to merchant sales. Okay, yeah, we know what that means. Let me look. Welcome back! Next, carry the... Oh, I mistook you for a dock worker. Only tall healers. Hey, listen. I respect every one of you, okay? But it very much looks like we're getting babysat. We're being babysat. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful at night. The lanterns and stuff. Now, before we continue, okay, I am North American, I'm Canadian. My knowledge of South American traditions, values, and culture is very limited to what the TV has taught me, which, let's be honest here, is fuckball. Hear that Garul Jaja is stepping down as Dawn Servant? I suppose it was just to live his final years in peace. That's cool, that's cool. So, materia, merchants. Alright. Yeah. Listen, she'd be the most fun. She would let you watch all the bad movies, and then everyone got nightmares together. Ah, this is Bayside Bevy, Tuliala's largest market. Being right on the harbor, the fresh fishing port wears directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Oh, right, I should mention that Tuliala, we buy things with Pell. a currency that the Pelupelu created. Don't you worry. More and more trade is coming in for Eorzea, so the shops will accept your deal. There's also the Hawachu Meki Meki, another marketista here, but that can wait for another time. I guess that's a funny word in Japanese. Something like flexing or something like that. Anyway. It had Yoshi P and everyone around him in stitches over it. There's the hunt, the delivery moogle, an aetherite. These ones are so pretty. Good looking. So Battlecraft. There's the moblins, not goblins. Ah yes, I already did this. My dumbass went right for it first. I didn't want to wait. Case. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have aetherites in Tuliyola? I think you told you before, my brother Koana spent 3 years studying in Charlie. He fell in love with the nations and its ways and brought us back knowledge of aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once, but had to build one immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you... My girl. Did you do the attuning thing? Yeah, I 100% believe that if Waklamat was the babysitter, we'd be watching bad horror movies and we'd all go to like bed with nightmares. All of us. Every single fucking one of us. Okay, I'm obviously lost here. Holy fucking big place though. There. I really felt the height. It's huge, it's a little complicated, I have to admit, but it's also indicative of a city. Oh, we have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the mountain, as you can see, though the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Yeah, but why? First we find the house with the blue and yellow walls. Should be low green, the color is questionable. See, I have no problem with cities being this large, okay? Right? I like the idea that this city looks like a fucking city. This looks like the rich district of a city, you know what I mean? I am not against that. However, hear me out. If you're gonna make your city fucking huge, let me mount up in it. Thank you. The flowers. Right. Lucha. The landscapes are led by our nation's strongest warriors. Naturally, Papa has commanded them since the very beginning, at least until 3 years ago. Then Zura Alja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn servant in strength. I haven't managed to go. I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alfina and Alice, I should hear them too. Come on then, it's this time I show you the Sky Gate. Alright. I think you have the right idea. here. Massive, isn't it? Yep. And on the other side is an equally massive bridge, reconstructed by a race of giants, the Yuk-Hui. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yuk-Tural, southern lands of the mother, and Zak-Tural, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long ago the two gods fought in a gigantic battle. A familiar sounding fate I put in mind of the conflict between Heidelin and Zodiac. And getting back to Zak-Tural, those lands are also Tuliolal's nation, am I correct? That's right. Isn't my father incredible? He united the people of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tural have been at war for generations, only when Papa traveled to these lands and put a stop. She's so proud. Yuk-Hui. Hui. Thank you. The H-U-Y got to me. See, a lot of things I have learned in a lot of languages. It's spelt the way it sounds. Right? Like a lot of the Japanese stuff, if you take your time, go over the word a couple times, it says it's spelled. It's stuff like that. And you're like, oh, that's not how I would spell that at all. So crossing the bridge to Zak-Tural, it requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they don't issue any new permits until the rite of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm done serving. Until then, you'll have to wait. I'll hold you to that. I've never broken my word. Once the throne is mine, then travel permit is yours. I know, that's fair. Okay, right here. We must have covered half the city by now. Listen. Does that da-da-da-da? It sounds like a classic Final Fantasy fucking game in the best way possible. Do I need to do what? Alright, there you go. We'll head west towards the Arch of the Dawn. The dirigible landing is on the other way. You have dirigibles too? Tuliolal certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. I don't like the accept quest music, but let me tell you, the handing it in, man, like that is fantastic. Oh, hold on, we discussed this. We discussed this, I'm not fucking around this time. Alright, let's keep going. Where are we at? Oh, there it is. The trumpet's fun. Let's cry out. I'm struggling to conceive how one would construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. It was originally the site of Yuk-Hui Temple. The giants built it when they were making their first bridge breaking the bridge to Zak-Tural to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After Yuk-Hui withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw in the structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Tural. Gathered artisans to do the work, and houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we'll be passing through the resplendent quarter, the biggest residential district in Tuliyolan. We climb these set of stairs, it's all the way up. Yeah, right. What's this? Fuck that. Whee! A weaved roof. Okay. Oh! Oh! Ah! That is so fucking cute. Is Robin fine? Oh man. This palace, the Papa Palace is called Voluk Shunza. It roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later, so let's move on for now. The sheer scale of this palace is incredible. I wonder what all that covering on the top represents. Okay. God, busy playing with the baby. Let's see. Can I go in the house? What about over here? Can I go in this house? I just want to see what they look like on the inside. Oh, yeah. Okay, so pretty plain, pretty simple. We've got some like mosaics type pattern. It has a llama on it. The blankets have llamas on it. That's so cute. Can you imagine somebody had to make the art for a blanket with baby llamas all over it? Another one! Hold on, the aetheryte first. Oh, we have many residents from Yaktulal clans. Mamuljak, Jibral, Pelu Pelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tanahuata, Hetsero, and Shetona, who moved from south of their ancestral land in the Tural. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tural, a true representation of Tuliolal's diverse characters. The adornment of each building is electric aesthetic. I'm glad you think so. Come. Now I'm gonna go see. Oh, let me see. But they're all the houses. Keep going. Just in case. I don't want to miss any of the cutscenes in my pretty white dress. Ah! Here are dirigibles. Not bad, eh? I hear our other nations use airships to sail the skies. You'll only find balloons in Tuliyolan. We have them for the exact same reason as aetherites. Koana brought back the plans of Charlene and Papa thought fantastic. Since that time, we've added flight to our other settlements. Trade with frontier communities have never been easier. that? The alpaca keep? Oh, they're alpacas, not llamas. My bad. Ah, this is the Arch of the Dawn. When the giants were still here, it was known as Yoktura Landgate. But when Papa founded Tuliolal, everyone started using its present name in honor of the great achievement. Through this gate is Kozamauka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks us, we may find ourselves going in that direction. The name alone is interesting. Speaking of which, what were those fluffy animals? Cryo. I'm so happy you asked. Oh, those are alpacas. Fearsome, four-legged fiends. That's somebody who spent their childhood fucking with them, getting spat on. You deserve what you get. You'll learn soon enough, Cry. You'll learn soon enough. It's just like cobra chickens in Canada. We know. But forget the alpacas. There's something much more important to show you. Come along. I want to see the alpacas. You pet an alpaca. I wish you to learn the history of Tuliolal and look no further. The stone pillars, you mean? Here? Again, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think, I repeated that for a reason, that has to be my favorite turn-in quest song. It really feels like we are playing Final fucking Fantasy as a genre. The intro, like, I don't like that as much. That's okay, it's a matter of opinion, but what's special about these pillars, may I ask? At a glance, they may look like ordinary stone and decorations. But if you don't really look, if you good look, you'll notice something more interesting. See, it doesn't fit. It's not the same. Go ahead. Switching to wine. Wait, those are glyphs. They seem to tell the story of a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mamulja. Oh, that must be. That's right. It follows the exploits of my father, Galul Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. The deeds were performed with the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. That must be, and all jokes aside, that must be one fucking hell of a thing to grow up to. Knowing that your father is literally like the maker of nations. First, Dawn Servant. Like, think of, like, you know, William the Conqueror. Like, this is a big, big set of shoes to fill. And she's not ready. We're learning that. This pillar tells the lay of the Brotherhood. It depicts a scene where Papa granted an audience with the foreign explorer Ket. Something, I never remember the name. Ketenram? Ah, yes, that's the one. And he prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. The two became close friends, brothers in spirit, but not in blood. And he became an explorer late in later years. Ketan Ram's disappearance is a mystery in Ares as well. The records assume we travel between lands. Assume we was lost at sea. My brother's dog loves sweet potatoes. That's so cute, Patrick. Here we have the Lay of the Reed story when Papa visited Hanu Hanu in their village in Kozamauka. The people Alfino almost mistook for Vanu Vanu's darkly colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time in the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took the interest in the countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful of sort. They hold this one festival every year. Very famous, very fun. This one recounts the lay of her past, or probably tell the figure depicted is here's a Zebral like me. For decades, the Zebral and the Mamulja were at war to control the forests of Yaktel. The actions Papa took to end the conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Turiola. There is a clan of Hrothgar in Baja known as the Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men served as devoted subjects. Yet here in Tural, Zebral men appear to have an equal status. How dramatically the culture can shift. Very cool, very cool. I didn't know that. You see, let's see, this one is the Lay of Pots. Depicts the moblins of Kozamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silverwork they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are standard when they come to gift giving. Clearly the Vanu aren't the only people to distant Turali counterparts. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Sure. There are people that would not be okay going through these. I love it. The Lay of Gold. This pillar shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homelands, Urokapacha, have created our currency. The Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliolal's markets, and the traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tulal. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those bearded masks, they are clever and calculating traders. Listen, I'm Alala. You don't underestimate my size. This one's my favorite. The Lay of Ice depicts a battle with the legendary Tural Vidral Valigarmanda. I should explain. A Tural Vidral is a creature who's lived far beyond his natural lifespan and awakened to preternatural powers. Tataru described the Far East auspices in similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Valigarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned to the destruction terror it visited upon Tural every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral. So dude's been alive a long fucking time. He was fighting 80 years ago. Lay of Pool. The Lay of Proof. The fellow is of the Yokhui, the largest Tural people. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yoktural. Having brought the southern reaches of their northern words, setting their sights on Zaktural, and I hate to say this, I'm glad I speak French, because a lot of these words are easier to pronounce there than they are in English. So I'd be struggling. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Urkopacha. I've never seen it kind of set foot in the city. It was the people with the power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on the mountaintop, to build a bridge across the sea. And we have a blank one. Oh, this one's unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter to Lialao's history, whatever it might be. Have your fill of history then? Yes, thank you. Listen, I enjoyed that. That music is something silly. The nice when words sound as they are written, so unlike English. It is. Oh my God, English and French too. Don't you get me wrong. French is the same fucking way. An A and an I sounds different than an E and an I, and then E-N, O-N, A-N all sound the same. I get you. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. That was actually pretty good. You know, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprise there, seeing I couldn't keep anything down for a while. But now, I think I'm ready to eat again. So let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in city. I like the sound of that. Listen, I'm a big fan of Feed Me. Do you drink your wine out of a sippy cup? Yes. Yes. Look at Estinien. His fucking name. It's pronounced Estinien. Like, Jesus, man. Most of the weird spellings in English come... Oh, 100%. Have you ever had tacos? Ah! They're a truly halal classic. You bake in a crunchy shell. Let's head downstairs and place an order at the old Bruk Uru. You're right, Elaine. 100% you are. That's exactly what it is. I was gonna jump. PB gonna eat taco. I fucking love tacos. And while we're here, quick story time about tacos. I am pasty white, okay? I am Canadian. I have traveled out of country maybe 4 times in my life, okay? When we went to FanFest, okay, the one thing that my husband keeps talking about, other than meeting 2 great people, you know who you are. You're on my, you know who you are. It's Trinity and Branches. They're fucking amazing. But anyway, on top of meeting these 2 great people, we tried this taco place. Super authentic, super diner-esque, like, you know what I mean? Like, super, like, street food kind of idea. And my husband, still to this day, says, when we go back to Las Vegas, we're eating there. I'm like, but honey, we can't just make a trip to Las Vegas for that. He's like, yes, we can. So, listen. I went to like tacos. Have El Pastor, my favorite. Pork marinated with pineapple. I don't know what I had. I had beef of some kind, but Jesus fuck, man. It was steak. It was just... Leave your husband good.
Brookevo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. 1 for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
I had the tacos and I had something else. I don't even know what it is, but it was so good.
Did you hear the silver scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale.
See,
like our skeptical Erinville.
I only have like Taco Bell, which is obvious, and a few like chain Mexican restaurants. Like none of these are real, like authentic. Nothing is like what I had in Las Vegas. That was fucking ridiculously good. But like, wow. But I like cheap food. I like good food.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
I want tacos now.
Oh! Oh!
I made the same face as her!
If it isn't the third promise.
Oh, no.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
The voices are
Of
totally
course,
different.
that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor.
Glory on your name, brother.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family.
Okay, I thought it was the
Unlike
brother.
the sneeveling house cut, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Ha! Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
Literally like children going up to the teacher.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed Mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the...
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing.
She's so cute.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
I find that's moving pretty fast, don't you?
The palace it is.
Tacos first.
Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Tacos now.
So it goes.
No, I want tacos. I deserve tacos. Oh, my poor empty belly. Okay, I did not bad. The farm is beautiful. The floor is beautiful. Look at that. It's funny because like, I got called a kitten and I'm little. I mean, it's terrible, but like, it's kind of funny. Okay, here we go. Look at Crow. Oh, he definitely was, but like, you know, I'm also a llama, which makes it even funnier. Oh, she looks... Holy fucking castle, man. You made it good, then we're all here. I'm hungry, so I'd have to eat a roasted colibri, but the contest won't wait for us forever. I might try to save that for my other ones. Upon several cutscenes will play. Let's go. I'm ready. As long as we don't get a meanwhile, it'll be fine. I've acquainted the twins to the city as best as I could in a short time. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them. I can't. I understand all too well. Charlene had the same effect on me. Right then, now it's time to sit inside the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home and meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what he might be in for. But not the center at the moment. I'm cool. I'm more surprised that we're already going right into this. Oh, it seems like a large plot point right away. I saw that. I know who's there. They look so good in 4K. Get him!
Estinian? When did he get here?
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man?
No.
Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
So the one Estinian is crossing blades with.
I have faith in my Azure Dragoon.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
Aww.
Know that you are the strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that woman there.
He's backing his wife up. Look at that. Hey.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
The 4K has been good to him.
Make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
That's sweet.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
It's sweet. It's, hey, whatever we're doing, stop. My daughter's here. I want to talk to her. How's your day been?
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solanash.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant.
Erenville.
I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Very then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! All-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal, the hour of the right is at hand. Oh. Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friend.
Fuck you going? Get your fucking ass back here, sir. To go over there and kick his ass. God damn it.
The claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Kona.
Kona? Really?
The third promise, Uklamat. And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja.
Ignorant little shit.
You four will compete in... I am not the man I once
It's the
was.
A that threw me off.
My wiser half sleeps the days away. And it is time I yield my position. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliyola is young. And so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession. The means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliyola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamulja at all.
That's right, he would have automatically
right
get
of
it.
claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the...
Now you have us to compete against.
Dude,
I
thought
though it seems the
fucking
one head
despair
was already too
itself.
afraid to face us
Sit down.
in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shok Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral. Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
His accent's kind of cute.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yoktural and find the City of Gold.
excited. And they're like, bullshit.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gona.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
I offer us proof, my unbroken word, for I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliyola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City.
Okay.
I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
Children of the sun, now your time has just begun. Let your tale unfold in the cities of gold. One day we'll find out. Something like that. Okay, we each got part of the
Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you.
Okay.
Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
He's all happy.
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja as successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching you progress with great interest.
Okay.
And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryo Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my order some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf. Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request would afford one of them an unfair advantage in the right of succession.
He's right, though. Okay, we're gonna stop here.
But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
I'm gonna put it on a quick. Be right back. I need to pee really bad. Well, I'm sorry that the sound was on. I'm back though. Give me a second. Do. There. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm back.
Very well, Dawn Servant.
He's right though.
On my honor as a student of
I will find your Golden City.
Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galuf.
There you go. A little bit of a hintity hint, okay?
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you...
Are you sure? Yes.
Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm.
Shut up, Aaronville.
Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil. If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend. And there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads.
So you are committed to your path. I will speak no more of it then.
Good. This man so far
As
has...
for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come!
It's Saralja!
Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise, our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja. Take heart, tiller of the soil.
The resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant?
But he won't look his own people in the eye. What a interesting decision. Okay. I'm listening.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Serelja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gulul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children. Yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
Oh, okay. So he's a huge exception.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire.
That's why he has so many adopted children. Because he shouldn't have had one.
Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Cryon, are you alright?
Looks like she's gonna poop.
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zawaljar's ambitions, deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire.
That's the first time we get somebody else using Echo and it kicks in, and we get to watch the after effects of it. That's pretty fucking cool, I won't lie to you.
It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
A lot of people liked his character, so I don't know.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Exactly, Elaine.
Forgive me, but the right of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
That's the correct answer, right? The reality is, hey, listen, I hear ya. I'm not
Plain
the ruler.
spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
No, that was the correct answer. That was the leader's answer.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Charlian's own studium.
He'll be the ruler.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Charlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
Fact. Listen to the crowd.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser Claymans. Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliolal. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your deity.
Well said.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. I pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class.
Yep.
And
he
all
raises
others
himself.
forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
Why is nobody staying for Wuklamat? Why did nobody stay for Wuklamat?
We wish for one thing and one thing only, third promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word.
She's the only one to guarantee something.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
You let your mom do that.
I place our precious third promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise? I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand.
Oh, no.
Better? Woklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling.
Leave it to Mom to come
Your
in.
brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
Thank you, Namika.
I still don't think she's gonna win it.
We ought to be on our way.
I don't think so.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
And she stops to weave. Now, according to what I had heard, she's young. She's like 19, 20. Like, she's a baby. She's just a little bit older than twins. Well, so much for brief reunion in mind. Papa has no wasted time when he decides to act. I'm used to it now, of course, but others often get caught off guard. In that case, we should talk about where we're going to find the City of Gold. All we have to do is work with the 7 tablets and their connection to Tutuliolal Saga. Might I suggest first comparing the tablets? Alright. 18 hours. I'd like to remind everybody that I am slow. I don't think she'll win. I think, at least this is just, you guys, some of you know already, so I honestly believe that they're portraying her as young, naive, her age is young, like everything is setting up for you need to learn a lesson here, which just does, again, to me, it was obvious that this was a coming of age story. So that part was pretty obvious to me, if I'm being like really, really honest. Okay. However, let me be clear when I say, not only is she being shown right there as the underdog, but she's being shown as not even an underdog position, I'm a poor choice compared to Kona, right? Kona looks like the one that they're pushing forward. Now, obviously, listen, we were promised a twist, okay? So I could go either way, but at least from what they're showing you, it's not looking good. As a tablet, let's compare the respective pillars and keep an eye out for small differences. Don't even try to guess anything. Listen, that's the Final Fantasy way. You know what I mean? You think you're on the right track. No, you're not even close. Something else happens halfway through and you have no fucking idea. That's honestly correct. What's that missing? They appear to be identical. The only difference between that they have hollows where the keystones are to be fitted. So, now where do we go from here? We trace our path. Then we must find our answers right in front of us. Papa's laid the path out all out in the Tuliolal Saga. the events of the glyph portray, do you know exact locations that they took place? If even close, we could get the search for an elector. Let me think. The Lay of Reeds was in a nearby Hanu settlement. Papa took me there when we were young once. During a festival season, the whole village was alive with good cheer. Designed like shopping malls. That's very fair. Before we going anywhere, maybe we should ask around the road ahead. I heard a lot of people talk as we toured the city about the storm we passed through. Apparently it ravaged Yoktural several days ago. Since our roads are not well paved like Eorzea's, they're more accessible from natural disasters. It's information we need. Then leave it to me. I'll bring the information to us. Don't you say anything mean, I will slap you. Ensure we've prepared. Listen, I'm a mage. I'm a white mage. Oh, gross. Oh, there you go. Get this Aether net. That's right. The reservation's under Wuklamat's name. If you don't mind, I'll leave my companions to you. Certainly, sir. I'll go back down and I'll go track down the third promise. Once you've organized your gear, be waiting. Let's go. Greetings, visitors to Tuliolal. Welcome to the Four Shard Cabins. Whenever you're ready, I'll show you to your rooms. The last time we had in-room situations, we had people coming into our bedrooms at night. And before that, the last time we did that, we had Ardbert visit us. So, I'm a little sus right now, just saying. Hold on, get that Aether it, if I don't have it already. Destination. Check out the room. It's beautiful. I bet you it is. Seraph is bursting at the players at Hub Elise. Similar on Kraken. Trust you to be the keenest to head out, War Chief. But where are Ehrenfeld and Wuklamat, I wonder? Ah, good, you're all here. Who might your companions be? Seeing as we needed information, who better than the locals? These two hail from the villages we're thinking to visit. There you go. I would give you credit for taking initiative. What do you mean, at least? I'm honored that the third promise would seek my advice. Are you going to go small? Okay, or big brib. I literally did that so I could read it because it was like. Thank you for your help. Ah, and before we begin, there'll doubtless be other occasions we need to act independently, so I brought these two for you. Link shells! What's this? It's called a link pearl. the gemstones are harvested from the special shell, then you call together and communicate cross distances. Is that so? What a handy thing to have. I figured it would be something like that, Daggett, I have to admit. You're very useful on our travel. Speaking of which, I should get back to introducing my 2 new friends here. Tuliyollal features a number of Tural clans. 2 of those, the Hanu Hanu and the Pelu Pelu, have settlements relatively close to the city, so I brought you a representative of each. As I mentioned before, the Hanu are cheerful people who love festivals. They make their appearance in the Lay of Reeds, their home village Okehanu. Really? Really? The other smaller fellow here are the Pelu, a clan of business-minded folks, the Irko Pacha. They appear in the Lay of Gold, which crafts all kinds of marvelous good, while to Impello their village. Now, for deciding which to visit first, why don't you put an adventurer's instinct? Which one do you want first? Okay, I see what they're trying to do. I'm telling you, that's the best one. Okay. I'm going to do the Hanu first because I don't like the Vanu. So what would you like to know? The route to Okehanu, we go south of the Arch of Dawn and then we run alongside the Kozama Buka River. Is that right? It is. Be warned, however, my brethren will tell me a secret storm that's rendered the path far worse than the destruction visited upon our homes. Houses were torn apart, several people injured, not killed. Our beloved festivals in danger of being called off. If you do still plan on going, I urge you must proceed with caution. We'll be sure to watch our footing. Thank you. The Hanu are adorable? Gotcha. Now I'm worried for the Hanu. It sounds like they hit hard by the storm. Anyway, we're bound. Oh, by the way, I had to wait to 10 people to get in. It was a lower wait than Sargatanas on a regular day. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you don't like queue waits, Dynamis. Alright, are we ready to leave? Yep. Onwards! Open the way!
Kosamauka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamat, we proceeded along the Marsi Trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
Oh, we go from city to city, okay. It's fucking beautiful though, wow.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
Mm-hmm.
The Isle of Ham was impressive.
That
But
makes
as you can
sense.
see, Tuliyollal does not want for natural wonders.
A little smile.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
That's too funny. There's no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing to keep Arenville getting lost. After all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be a little lucky. So let's get moving. I wonder if there's more to that story, okay? A lot more. Gotta be. Cranky little shit. Look how beautiful this place is. Kind of ridiculous. Oh wow. Kind of ridiculous. No, 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 no. Oh, I guess we are. How late are you planning? I'm gonna go another half hour. Typically, I would leave in about 5 minutes. However, I'm off this week. I figured an extra half hour would be acceptable. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is Hanu Village I was talking to. Okay, Hanu. Another half hour. It's like our friend said, there's no mood for the festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we can to find this elector. No! Oh, Kiari! What now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you've heard it from the last time you were here. I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings, the third promise and her entourage. Zanu Ali, I welcome you to Okeanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during this rite of succession. So our idea about the electors was correct, just as Papa said. And retrace his path from the saga. I'm ready. Give me your feet with the test my worth. All in good time, all in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Now, should we poke around a bit? Find some clues, prepare ourselves. That was surprisingly prudent of you. What do you think? I'm being too cautious? No, I'm impressed. You admire and respect your father, who is prone to decisive action, so I expect you to rush in and ask questions later, or never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker who takes the time to consider all the possibilities. With the long naps these days, though the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. I should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. Something like that, probably a bit past this test with my eyes closed. Waklamat has the right of it. Elders and Ulis, the village, better our chances. Might I suggest the division of forces? Waklamat and War Chief. Listen, you keep hooking me up with her. I love her. Sounds good to me. I'm a huge fan. What's the first thing we do? What's wrong with you, buddy? Let's hear about the storm. Aaron likes us before. Supplies to help the Dawn servants sent that we're making progress. While the roofs of the walls can be patched, there's not much else we can do for good. A gaping hole in the wall is missing a portion of his loot, clearly the storm. Repairs need to be ongoing. Okay, so they need help. There must be something I can do to help. Let's look around a little bit more. Dry sugar reeds suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. Alright. Yes, we need to use the chocobo a lot more. This boat must be one of the same reasons building there. The plants hold a cultural nature for the Hanu. Hello, can you hear me? I was told the village will receive us. Come to the large building in the south of the village. You can sing your song again if you do. Hurt me. There's Kona already.
No sign of Zorolja or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Soralja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu. I am also an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado...
Not so fast!
You made it after all.
No need to fuss. There is no time limit for this challenge. Now, if you would allow me to proceed.
The last one's coming in.
It is here, in Okanu, where my people forged a bond with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu.
Okay, so we figured that part out by ourselves.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament.
Okay.
For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant
Yes, I had
would
heard
find
something
the
like
matter
that,
of an
David.
ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, It is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in...
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Oh, mercy me. You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
What a shit.
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
Damn it! I'm just as qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
You are.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win
I
against
would
that
love to be a
lumbering
problem.
Vidrol by losing my head.
Kelly, that really feels like an incredible. Alright, well, let's get what do we got? I don't know the first thing of farming. Save the harvest of the honey or have to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. The nature of the problem is key to solving. We examine the reeds themselves, reduce their cause of poor condition. Alphino's gonna end up doing the work here. Stand back, we'll get the problem in no time. Give me strength, let a scout feels bold leader, identifying me as usual. Hit him! Contaminants, the water was flushed and clear. dry or flaky, so there's no reason why it shouldn't be. Weird. Lethargic frog. There's our hint. They're thirsty. Is it a drought? Is it... Let's see what everyone's got. Well, what do you think? Any obvious problems? I agree, the waters look good and healthy, as the mud which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid. That suggests that they're not affecting only the reeds, but also the creatures that live among them. Could it be something invisible, naked to the eye, polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. They're beautiful, absolutely stunning. I don't have much to add about the fields or something, but when you were describing how the creatures seem lifeless, I couldn't help but reminding me of the listless villagers. They've suffered a terrible tragedy. I know another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival is the traditionally occasioning celebration of renewal, and the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, it was in the middle of the festivities. Indispensable part of their culture, its absence only compounded their woes. Right? I failed to see the relation between festivals and fields. Let's not be too hasty to mention the idea. Things can be unrelated, can prove later correct in surprising ways. True. I suppose. Besides, it's with Flamaster. Let's follow her lead. Thanks, everyone. Let's go see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Oh, they look very different, and in the best way so far. At the very beginning of the stream, we went to Ilmeg because I couldn't help myself, and it was everything. Absolutely everything. Beautiful, stunning, you name it. Gorgeous. Oh no! See, that's what made him so cool, is that he gained 10 years in Shadowbringers. I like them in their 30s. Ah, yes, the float I remember. Not a pure damage. We should take a closer look. Okay. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this big vessel without the carrying poles intact? Oh dear, one of the birds seems to be missing a gemstone. These tail feathers seem better today. I swear the colors were a lot brighter last time I saw them. Well, I think we can agree this bird is in dire need of repairs. How do we go by fixing it? What's going on here? We're admiring your festival float. It's a shame it's in such poor state due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had it exposed and ushered people to safety. Float in question. There's no lifting wings, no Nia. Ihana! Ah, that's what the festival is called. I want you to help you hold it. Yes, see, in our village, our homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs. I know how it sounds. Given into misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth might be strength to work through this tragedy. But I don't want enough materials to repair the float. We need a boxia for the missing eye, a wipo for the wood and the poles, and the feathers from the wind the choice of the adorn and tail. 2 of these, I know. Okay, those feathers. Wins Choice is a victor of a competition in which contestants can blow feathers using magics. Okay. Think you understand. Your vibrant reed needs to grow quickly and vigorously, so... Alright. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've definitely been left arid. Oddly enough, we may have just stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feather taken to the victor will have a high... Oh! Okay, so it's magical, and it's what helps everything else. Precisely. Well, focus. That means the float must be encouraged for healthy crops. You won't know till the sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies. These have been all known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. A float? A tool for magic? In the beginning, it may not have been... After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it, but if the harvest is poor, a new ornament would likely be added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for the harvest prayers. Incredible. Okay. We'll do everything in our power to help. But I accept your aid. I'll go with you. I'll carry some alchemical brews that can afford the same effect. Okay. We'll visit the shipwright then. Now without me, I've worked hard and the responsibility is mine after all. I've introduced myself. My name is Linu Hanu. Nice to meet you, Linu Hanu. And certainly, let's all go together. Okay, I see what's going on. Alright, the shipwright's name is Bokuvu. It's a Kshbal who moved as a Kozamauka years ago. He's especially strict when it comes to manners. We should have any problems. Alright, let's go. So we're not doing too bad. We're not that far behind. Well, we're gonna try. I mean, just like anything else that's cultural, we give it a go, right? Do our best. Take our time. Repronounce stuff if we have to. Okebekbi, the village of all, is drifted into Kazamauka from the Tuluial, elsewhere. This is the Hanu. As for Wokevu, he lives and works in the house of water is high, top of a large tree. Kill. Alright, there's the spiral. What a beautiful place, look. Ridiculously beautiful. Absolutely ridiculously beautiful. Alright, let's see.
What do you want with me?
No, I'm all on PlayStation.
Right. The greeting.
Oh god.
Ohok Kali!
Oh, Kali!
Oh, she got it! There was some issues, I did double check.
Good. You brought your manners with you. When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course.
100%
To live together
like,
means
100%.
to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind.
There's also a meme now.
In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wuklamat. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wokevu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
This is cute as fuck.
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
I will not. Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, all right?
All right then. Consider it forgotten.
He's good, yeah, no problem. Bye-bye.
How prompt.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you work with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
That I do. But while I would like nothing more than to offer my services, my lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly...
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit. What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola or thereabouts, and you should find...
I've been there once or twice.
That should save us some time.
All right then, let's get moving.
We knew that.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Okay. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna end it there. Okay. We have not made it to level 91, which is no surprise to anybody, I'm sure. However, we're having fun. We will be picking this up on Wednesday. Right here, no movement, right here. And we'll stream an extra half hour then as well. So, so far, cute little story. I like the characters. They have a lot of soul behind them, which I'm really enjoying. And I don't know why people don't like the beginning. So far. So, in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for getting nerdy with me. Have a legendary night, and I can't wait to see you guys again.